Okay.
Oh, we're on. Hi.
Sooner or later, we were going to be on. Go ahead.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Welcome back to Spiritual Journey Podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Mary Silvernail.
I'm, who am I? Thomas Nice. Look, it says it right there. Okay.
It's a very warm day today. I think it's gotten a little bit to our brains.
Yes, it has.
So hot
Yes,
out.
it has.
But anyway, tonight is very interesting. What we're going to be talking about, the Lion's Gate and the angels, and how the angels can actually bring you messages with the increased energy with the portal of the Lion's Gate. And you were going to talk about that kind of energy, Tommy.
Well, the energy that comes through there is a powerful energy. However, depending on what you are going to project is the energy that's going to be received. So you're going to be a very negative person and saying all sorts of bad things. It's going to come in on steroids. All right, so you don't want to do that. You want to put out the best possible mental state, the best possible happy, euphoric, atmosphere, because that's going to be intensified and that's going to bless you. If you have needs, you need, not that everybody doesn't have some kind of need, you want financial, you want a love in your life, stuff like that. That's the perfect time to project the positive image. See yourself together with that person, okay? And let that energy fulfill your wishes.
Wonderful time for manifestation. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And
well, the Lionsgate energy has a lot to do with the angels. Now, astrologically, of course, it's the alignment of the sun in Leo and the star Sirius, which is the brightest star in the night sky. And it's happening on August the 8th. Okay, this is 2024. I added that part up too last night, Tom. And if you add up 2024, it comes to another 8. So this is an 888. This is really, really powerful. The energy
usually symbol
of that number.
of financials. Yeah.
Yes, of financial
So if you're making any kind of
benefits.
Stock trade, wheeler dealer thing, see it in the best light, go by the 888 and bless it,
Well, what happens with the Lionsgate is that the pyramids in Egypt, the 3 pyramids, the stars actually align. The 3 stars actually align with the pyramids, absolutely beautifully.
I saw something like that with 3 stars over the pyramids. Somebody had a painting up on Facebook.
Yeah.
I think it was a painting or a picture.
Yeah.
It had 3 stars in alignment.
Yeah, that was the background that I used when I think it was last year, did the Astrology Angels and More TV show. And that's the background that we used, the alignment of it. And we were talking about the astrology of it that time. But what happens is it opens a gateway, it opens a portal to allow you to connect with the higher beings. Higher beings being the angels.
That's right.
Right.
And without further ado, we'll talk about the angel of the Lion's Gate. Yeah. And that would be Archangel Ariel. All right. She's considered the Archangel of the lions, the lioness of God, and she is of this earth nature and of the cosmos. And she's in charge of all of that. And of course, she would be really, really attached to this energy coming in for your common good. All right. I've noticed this like over the last couple of years, when talking about the Lion's Gate, I used to be a little apprehensive with it because, things could go wrong and it was intensified. But I didn't realize at that time that I needed to have a positive connotation to go with it. All right, to turn things around.
It's a
You know,
time of
Yeah,
transformation.
at transformation.
Yeah.
I wasn't using what I know to manipulate for the common good, for the betterment of me and others.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're going to continue to have a negative attitude going through this period of time, the energies already start. They usually start 2 weeks before, and it lasts to maybe the end of the month, going towards September. That energy of the light is a very strong portal. Goes through that. Plus, with that moon that you're going to talk about.
Oh yeah, the
I'll tell them
Leo
about it
new
while we're
moon.
here.
Oh well, I wanted to move into that after I talked about the
I wanted to move
Orion.
into that.
Okay, well, what I was saying before, it's the alignment of the Sun in Leo, the star Sirius, okay, the brightest star in the night sky, and the constellation Orion's Belt. And the Earth. Now, I don't know about you guys, but from the time I was a little girl, the first stars that I had noticed that my father had pointed out, of course, was the Big Dipper or the Little Dipper. And Orion's Belt, the 3 stars
The
lined
3 stars
up.
that are lined up.
Yeah, yeah. And actually, above Orion's Belt is the 7 Sisters. That star system is very, very special to me. Well, I'm a professional astrologer, and my father loved astrology, so I come from that kind of background. Yeah, and so from the time I was a kid, so the stars were always very important to me. But within astrology, the fixed star, which is a fixed star, Sirius, is said to have the expansive qualities of the planet Jupiter, which is the luckiest planet of all, and the drive to get those things done. Yeah, Jupiter, yes, is
huge.
Huge. I wasn't going to use that word. Yeah, huge. It really is. But Jupiter has to do with luck, fortune, good fortune, expansion of whatever you're doing in your life. So these are all the things that you should be focusing on. Well, the positive things, like what Tommy was talking about, when we have this portal opening, when we have this energy flowing down from the heavens.
Good thing I have you here. I don't know jack about
What about? Well, you're not
astrology.
supposed to. No, but you know a lot about the angels. That's our thing, you and me. But so the Lionsgate portal opens each August the 8th, which is the 8th day of the 8th month. At this time, there's an alignment of the stars that increases the cosmic energy flow between the physical and spiritual realms. And it's related, as I was saying, about the Egyptian pyramids and has been observed for thousands of years. So this isn't like it's some new age thing or something like that.
I saw something online about this particular period.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there the thing I hate that comes up every so often for that little planet they call
Mercury?
Shh, don't say that.
Yeah, we have Mercury retrograde coming up.
Why? Why with this superpower?
I know. But it doesn't take away from, no, really, actually, okay. Say you need to really transform something in your life, and that's what this is about.
Transform,
right?
transmute.
Okay, right. But this is what we're talking about the portal energy opening and giving you that opportunity, and the angels helping you, and the ascended masters helping you, and all the heavenly beings. Okay, well, the thing is that with that energy, you were saying about why do we have to have Mercury retrograde, but Mercury retrograde is not a bad thing. I know you think it is.
Don't say it to me.
No, come on, I know.
I don't even talk about it.
But all it is getting your ducks in a row. That's all it is. It's a time of preparation. So it really, it doesn't really affect everything like a lot of people think that it does.
Well,
as long as you don't have a miscommunication.
But you hear a lot of people say, I wouldn't buy a new car at this time. Wait till after it's over, you get a better deal. Or I wouldn't do this or that. Wait till after the retrograde and then do it.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Anything that's going to may cost you money. You'd want to be a little bit more frugal on how you're going to go about it during that period. All right. For me, I just absolutely will not give it any energy, any thought energy, you know. But I get these people, and you know who they could be, and that's all they keep on saying to me. And it's all they keep. Not you.
Well, just I don't
Not
say that
you.
to you.
Not you. I call you and I complain to you about that.
I know that.
All right.
Okay. But the thing is that, yeah, you're saying don't buy a new car, blah, 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 blah. What if your washing machine breaks down? You have to buy a new washing machine. What are you going to sit there and wait until Mercury goes direct? No, what you do is anything that you're going to buy, you double check prices every place else. You just do your
You do your
due
homework.
diligence.
Do your homework.
Yeah. I always say cross every T, dot every I, and then you're good. That's all it is.
Okay.
That's all it is. It isn't anything bad. Even though you dropped $100 worth of cupcakes on the
Oh,
ground.
here we go. Okay.
The
All right.
studio.
I dropped $100 worth of cupcakes, and I dropped 35
who's
sandwiches. Okay, 35 sandwiches, and every one of them hit the
Everything
ground.
went all over the ground on him, and that's why he feels this way. Okay, he was, very generously moving things, about.
I'm never going to live
studio.
this down with the cupcakes. Never going to live it down.
Never. Who paid for the cupcakes? You paid for the sandwiches. I paid for the cupcakes.
Okay, she paid.
Okay, but anyway,
Okay, you heard it
enough of
here
that.
first. Mary
Enough of
paid for the
that.
cupcakes
Enough of that.
that I dropped.
Okay, so anyway, the thing is,
The thing is, what is the thing? The thing is, you're going to get another $100 worth. I can drop them next week.
this year in particular, because of that 888, like we were talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
before,
yeah.
because it's 88 at 2024. Okay, so 888. This year, we're seeing a sudden rise of souls awakening. Truly awakening. Haven't you noticed that? Though?
Well, yeah.
People are more
A
and
lot of
more
people are
interested in metaphysics.
they're becoming far more spiritual.
Yeah.
They're breaking away from all the traditional dogma, that really doesn't serve you. It only serves their masters in Rome and other places, you know what I mean? Wherever the money goes, follow the money. Follow the money. All right, that's what I will tell you. Just follow the money. All right? And then you know how much you've been deceived. Okay? They have been lying to us for the last 2,000 years. All right? To serve themselves. It was 80 books that were supposed to go in the Bible. 80 books.
Yeah.
And it's only about, I don't know, not many.
Do you know that used to really upset my mother?
It obsessed me.
Do you know that my mother, and my mother's been gone for many years, but that used to upset her. Whenever you talk about that, I feel like,
She's coming
around
through me?
talking, honest to God, because it's the truth. And she was very spiritual, very metaphysical, very eclectic. I'm very eclectic. You're very eclectic. We believe in Jesus and we love Jesus and, we pray and all of that, but not the
right, so
dogma.
What it is that we metaphysically decipher the Bible. What is the Bible at the current stage? Remember that this book has been reinterpreted 1,700 times in the last, 2,000 years.
God.
1,700 times. You don't think somebody made a boo-boo?
Hey, did you ever play telephone when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, by the time the one kid on the one end says something in the telephone and the message gets relayed, it's completely different by the end of the line.
Well, it's true.
And you're saying 1,700.
So 1,700 times reinterpreted.
Wow.
All right, so
Scary.
and everybody put their own spin on it to serve their own masters. So, is there truth in that? Yeah, these things are from scrolls, Sumerian scrolls that were written before Jesus' time. Things were placed in there. Mm-hmm. All right, there's a guy who I listen to now and then.
Yeah.
His name is Billy Carson, and you might want to look him up and listen to what he says if you want to get the historical background prior to the writing of the Bible and how these things made it in there. They come from Sumerian text. The Anunnaki, all of that
Yeah,
is
that's
all in
right.
there. You don't get the Book of Enoch. You don't get the Lost Gospel of Thomas. You don't get Mary Magdalene's Gospel. You don't get anybody's Gospel that will take away their grip on you to your religion.
You know, I had a person, a client of mine, was questioning a couple of things in reference to religion versus spirituality and all of this. And also, what I told her is she should look up the lost teachings of Jesus.
That's right.
You and I have discussed that many times on shows. Very important. And also to realize that Jesus was actually an Essene, Essene.
That's right.
S-E or C-E? A scene, but it
Essene,
starts
yeah.
with an A. Yeah. And yeah. So a lot of people don't really realize that. And then don't you wonder, in the Bible, where was he in between all those years, right?
He was in Egypt being educated. Okay. He was in India being educated. All right. He was in, then he came back to the temples here. Okay. What he's learned? All the stuff from India, all the stuff from the Dalai Lama. He was in all these places getting wisdom.
Very
But at the same
eclectic.
time, so was Mary Magdalene.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
They
yeah.
depict her, the Catholics have done something horrible to her. She was not a prostitute. Okay. She came from a very wealthy family. All right. Her uncle was Joseph of Arimathea. She felt the need to help these women that have gone astray along their trade routes going to India and coming back. And her uncle built her this big house to house these women so she could help them learn a trade so they could be useful as wives or work. That's what she did. They betrayed her as a prostitute. She was nothing of the sort.
Not at all.
All right.
No.
So this is what I'm saying. You get so much religious dogma shoved down your throat, you know, you don't even know your own history when it comes to this. Do a little research. The research is out there. The information is out there. All right? It'll never be condoned by the powers that be. All right? But they can't refute it either. I said it a million times. If you took the book War and Peace and took out 20 chapters, would the book make any sense? No. You have a lovely book in the Bible. I have it. I read it. But when I read it, I know what they mean. I'm not going to be some teleprompter preacher, you know, spinning things to fit a certain motif. Is that not the way?
Very, very, very true. You know, the thing is that what the Lionsgate does is it gives us an opportunity to move beyond our limitations. And that's what Tommy was saying before. So if there's something that you want in your life, you want love, you need more financial security, whatever
You want
it
peace
is.
in your life. You want
Yes.
tranquility.
Yes.
You want that better
Yes.
job.
You can
know?
expand it like so
That's right.
much better than just doing a manifestation.
Put it out there. Put it out there what it is you want. And go ahead with your life in the direction of what you want. And it will manifest. It will manifest if you keep the concentrated thought into one direction on a positive note. This is the time to do it.
Yeah, and we're actually even in it right now. Today is July 30th, 2024.
My mother's birthday tomorrow.
Your mother's? She was a
she's-
Leo too? Well,
She's-
today
she's
is my
gone from-
granddaughter.
Well, she was born today, born tomorrow, and then registered August 4th, so she has two birthdays. In Italy, that's how they do things.
Oh, August 4th?
Yeah.
That's my mother-in-law's birthday. Yeah, I just sent her a card today.
That's a hell of a stamp you have to put on there to send it to my mother.
I know, but my mother-in-law, thank God, you know, she's still here with us. My parents aren't, you know, my mother too, she's gone. But yeah, I have a lot of Leos in my life. My daughter Kelly is August 1st. Ava is today, my granddaughter. She's July 30th. There's a lot of Leos.
My grandniece's birthday today.
How old is, do you know?
11.
11.
She's 11 years old.
Aw, that's cute.
Very, very good kid.
Aw. So, but the thing is that it's a very magical time, And like I said, we can go beyond our limitations. And the other thing is that, so we're in it now, okay? July 30th. We're in the middle of this. So if you're watching this and it's July 30th or 31st or August 7th or August 9th or whatever, or right on 8/8 is great, because then you're at the pinnacle.
Well, then that's when the numbers align.
Yes, 8/8. And
8/8.
that is when that happens in Egypt with the alignment of the stars exactly. But we're already in that energy, so start preparing. That's all. But on August 4th, your mother's
My mother's
legal
official
birthday, official, right, is the Leo new moon. And this moon brings tremendous energy and drama to create opportunity. See, I mean, aren't we talking like we're singing the same song here again? And this is the time to discover the brightness again after going through the dark night of the soul. Okay, actually, what?
No,
Why?
it's funny you said that because
There's been a lot of,
there's been a
especially
lot of
last
it.
month, we had 2 Capricorn full moons.
when you go
in a
through
row.
when you go through catastrophic things or things that
Look at
things that fall apart in your love life or things that do this and stuff like that, you suffer through the dark side of the
Night
soul,
of-
night of the soul, and
hard.
some people have more and more experience that. I've had plenty myself. You know what I mean? You have to learn to look at what it is, accept what has happened, know that you have done nothing wrong, okay, and go forward with your life. All right. And the other things, all right, will fall away.
We have both faced death,
Yes.
and here we are.
I choked at that 3 times. Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. I'm still here.
Yeah. And it really does give you a different view on life and how precious it is, how important it is to enjoy every single moment.
Every single moment.
And to appreciate your loved ones, your family, your friends. It's so important. Those are moments. What life is truly just moments.
You have family, you have friends, right? Family is just basically someone born blood relation to you. All right. Friends are not of the same blood group. They're not the family blood. But there are friends that are actually way better than family.
True.
All right. So love your friends the way you would love your own family. All right. Love everyone that way.
Right.
Especially coming into this particular time. If we could project a multitude of love, everybody, during this period, I would say it would be a period from probably yesterday all the way through to the beginning of September. Because that power is still going to be there. It's still going to be coming in. All right. At that time, and don't forget the new moon that we have too. It's all
August 4th.
all coming in.
It's the end of this week.
So you definitely want to put out the best possible notes you can do that. If you want to project love, I would just tell you, project love, project peace, and most of all, project balance. Because this world is totally out of balance. Totally out of balance. And it's all by a handful in comparison to the general population. All right? And that balance is going to change because I assure you there will be a return, and it will be soon.
Mm-hmm.
I assure you, all right, that all this BS that goes on behind Vatican walls and all these other places are going to be brought to justice
A lot of
by
stuff.
the one. By the one who was sacrificed for the many. Okay?
Well, I feel a couple of weeks ago we saw a miracle in front of our own eyes.
Absolutely.
Okay, that was a miracle.
That was absolutely.
Uh-huh. Well, what really gets me, okay, listen, who we're talking about that experienced the miracle, he's a Leo rising. He's a Gemini sun, but Leo rising is his sign. So this Lionsgate has a lot of power for what's going on here, the transformation going on. Well, anyway, with what's going on, especially affecting that particular person. And the new moon sets everything up for the next year, okay? And so this is really a time of hope, positivity, brightness. This is, you want to bring in the light again. So what you want to do is you want to call upon the angels to bring in the light.
That's right.
So now, why don't you talk a little bit about Ariel first, okay? If you can. Did I interrupt you about something?
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
you didn't.
I didn't mean to be rude.
Well, we know that she's the lioness of God. Okay, you can call upon her to help you to realize things that you need, things that you want, potentials that you have cast aside because you had no confidence. But she will help you with that if you give it to her and bring it to her feet, her doorstep, more or less, right? She helps you to grow in your spirituality. She also helps you to achieve higher knowledge, all right? Because after all, you are a patron of this world, and she is in charge of this world. She's the archangel in charge of this world and the cosmos.
Isn't she beautiful?
Look at her.
She's our mascot, actually.
I don't want to call her a mascot.
I don't know what else to say. Okay, she
Ariel,
is,
if you get mad, send the lightning bolt.
we love you,
way.
love you, love you, love you, love you,
Yes,
Ariel.
we do. Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. She's very favored, but we love all the angels.
Yes.
And all the angels love us.
That's right.
You know, people lots of times they look at angel numbers, they say angel numbers. And the angel number 888,
888.
having to do with the Lionsgate,
Lionsgate
is a symbol of financial, as you were talking about, prosperity, material wealth, balance, as you mentioned,
Yes.
change, inspiration, okay? And also, by the way, the angel number 888 is an important number which signifies psychological growth. So we're not just talking about spiritual growth and opening up your spirit and your soul and your heart. We're talking about opening up your mind, to really stop and think a little bit and to be a little bit more aware and to allow all the positive things into your life. Realize you have full control to do that.
You do.
Yeah.
Ariel will help you pull in higher knowledge and, even have higher knowledge beings be placed in your path to help you. You might see somebody along your path in this life and stuff like that came out of the blue, but had the answer to what you really needed to know and what you really needed to do,
Right.
and that helps you grow. I can't even say it exponentially.
Exponentially.
I got it out, man.
Yeah.
Without,
me too. I just said it too.
without tripping over my tongue.
We're
I got
doing great today,
I
Tommy.
was zinging them in there. Now, we have an archangel. Another one, he is huge. He's one of two that have come from human background. He was a human here on Earth. And that is Archangel Metadrin.
Oh.
She calls him
Here we go again.
Metatron.
Okay.
I call him
Metatron.
Metadrin because the angel had told me that himself.
Everybody
Okay.
calls him Metatron. Isn't he beautiful?
Well, then look at him.
Tell them what he's holding.
He's holding the Metatron's cube,
Yes.
the
he
sacred
is.
geometry.
Yes,
Uh,
he is. That's
always-
a statue
you know-
we sell.
That's
In
right.
Spiritual Journey,
That's right.
actually.
Look at that beautiful statue.
Yeah,
you
he's
can,
big too. The statue's like this big.
Metatron is see what I call him, is a huge angel. I was going down to Mary's Hypnosis Center down in Waretown. I was driving with our producer,
Brian.
producer, and
Brian.
and we're driving
Bailey.
along, and I'm sitting there in the car. We're talking about this, and all of a sudden I go, "Oh my God, look!"
See?
And there was Metatron, wings spread wide open like this. He had to be the distance of about, I would say, 8 to 10 football fields, his wings. He was giant size,
Love
up
him.
in the clouds. I took a picture of it, and I sent it to Mary. I said, look who's here. Oh, my God.
Metatron's coming with you.
It was
Here,
just,
Brian, to bring a Metatron.
I love when
Aw.
I'm in my car, my truck, I'm driving around, right?
Aw.
And they are showing themselves to me.
Yeah.
And that tells me that they've heard what I've been saying. They've heard what I feel. And they clear blue sky. There ain't a cloud in the sky. I get a mini rainbow. I get a mini rainbow. Happens all the time. How many times did I take a picture? I sent it to
A
you.
lot. A
Right?
lot.
Not a cloud in the sky, but there it is.
You know, my daughter Kelly, she had a real big double rainbow by her the other day. I think it was Sunday. Yeah, well, she's down in Florida. But yeah, big double rainbow. And then I saw one, Steven, comes on the show.
Popitek?
Popitek. Yes, I can never say his last name properly.
It's
He's been down in
Popuek.
St. Martin.
Popuek.
Yes, right. I love him.
If you've seen it spelled, it doesn't look like that.
He's been down in St. Martin,
Yeah, I
right?
know, yeah.
Beautiful pictures. Love St. Martin. And a beautiful double rainbow, right? A lot of rainbows been popping up lately. I keep seeing people posting all these rainbows. And, but Metatron, wow, is he powerful, isn't he? Yep. Isn't he really powerful?
Yes, he is.
I had a note here that Metatron actually from the...
Central Sun.
Yeah, from the wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a
All
second.
right, get
here.
it out, Mary. Get it out.
Regarding the messages that we're getting from the angels. See, the angels look at this portal on 8/8 especially, and even now going on, that they're sending because we have magnified energy coming down because of the alignment of the stars. So there's so much energy, and they're utilizing this to send to Earth. And so this is when we receive the messages from the angels.
It's just saying something.
What? Tell me.
Something you just said. I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
The magnified healing.
Yeah, that's
Magnified healing for all those that want it is coming in. If you need healing, put your mind on a positive energy that your healing is upon you.
yes.
And you will receive it. As soon as you said it, I just saw Kuan Yin, and she was doing
Well,
that.
yeah, because it isn't just the angels
No, it's the
that are
energy
working
coming
with
in.
this. Yes, and it's all the star people from all the star systems, etc., really aiming down. But the ones that are really working with us are the three: Archangel Ariel that we just talked about, Archangel Metatron, because Metatron actually speaks from the star Sirius.
Yes.
And sends down all that energy. That's where Metatron, it's like home base. And anyway, so, well, let me see. Did we have some? Did I write something
Well,
else
you might,
here?
because you're on
Okay.
track with this.
Yeah,
so
thank
maybe,
you.
maybe you might want to look at that
Thank
one.
you. Yeah, I had all my papers aligned, but we all got mixed up.
Gee, I wonder how that happened.
And then, but what Metatron is the angel of transformation. Along with Zadkiel, works powerfully with that. But I got to tell you something. Archangel Metatron, if you are addicted to something, if you have an addiction problem, okay, or if you have been going through the dark night of the soul, where you feel in the dark and you need something major to transform your life, Metatron is the one to do it.
That's right.
Metatron, seriously, is the one to do it. And this is really the best, very, very
The Alchemist
best
is
time.
the one too.
Zadkiel.
Zadkiel,
Zadkiel
because
works beautifully.
He works on the seventh ray with Saint Germain. Germain, they call him now.
And then, and then we have, what did you say? He's always changing the names.
No, we
Yes.
have always known Saint Germain
Germain.
as Saint Germain.
Everybody says Saint
But
Germain.
this meditation I was listening to, and this guy was calling him Saint Germain. So, Saint Germain, if I'm saying it wrong, then fine, forgive me. If I'm saying it right, then correct me. I don't know, but it's always been Saint Germain to me, just like Metatron, Metadrin. It's the same thing.
Because lots of times I know that you listen to these people that are from other foreign lands, and they interpret it differently.
The pronunciation
we
is
do.
different.
Yeah.
I also listen a lot of times to Arcturians, the Arcturian Council,
Yeah.
and Pleiadians, and
Well, they're all working
they're
with
all
this too.
working in cahoots.
Oh my goodness!
You think
yes.
what the history books? The history is all wrong. It's all wrong. Okay, that's what I'll tell you. It's all wrong. What? Taking my rock?
I'd like you maybe, remember we talked
Well, we
about
said
you were
that-
going to talk about Michael. You love Michael so much.
Well, Michael is my protector. Michael is the one I call on all the time. I mean, I call on Father, Son, and Holy Spirit too, but I call on Michael generally because I take him with me when I travel, and he saved me from a good one the other day. Boy, let me tell you,
Really?
I went to go look at that truck.
Yeah.
It was a one-way dead-end street going down, and I had Bobby with me. It started to rain, and here comes this clown, and he just come blowing by me. I don't know why you can't go more than 15 miles an hour on this block, and I was about to turn, and I almost hit him, and he almost hit me.
Oh my goodness.
And then he's looking at me, I'm saying to myself, yeah. I said, this is a residential block. You don't drive that fast. I made the U-turn. I went to go look at this truck, and needless to say, if the rust wasn't holding hands, it would collapse.
That's a shame.
It is. It is.
That's a shame. But Michael is the one
Saved
during
me
the
from that, yeah.
Lionsgate.
That speaks from Orion.
Yeah.
From the Orion. It's said that a lot
Orion's
of that
belt.
life basically originated in that region.
Absolutely.
And I could believe
The
that
star
because
people.
yes, because many indigenous tribes, the Hopi, the what's the ones in Australia? I forgot the name of them.
Aborigines.
Aborigines, right? Aborigines,
Yep.
Mayans, all of them. Machu Picchu and all these different places, all point to the sky as the origins of where we came from.
Of course.
All right. Now
Star
I've heard
seeds.
this. I've heard this planet be depicted as hell and heaven, depending on your perspective. I've heard it depicted as a prison planet. I've heard it as a elementary school for souls to learn certain things and experience certain things that you signed on for. You came to the most difficult planet in the solar system and in the universe. You came to the most difficult one. All right? It's the most dense as far as energy, density. Okay? You think this is who you are? This is not who you are. It's not sure. Huh? You think this is who you are? This is the envelope that your energy, your soul energy is housed in.
That's
Okay? This
an
is your
envelope.
temple. This is your temple of God. And it doesn't matter if you're 92 pounds, if you're 450 pounds, He dwells in you. Okay? And I've said it a million times in the Bible. In the Bible that it says that Jesus said to his disciples, far greater things that I have done, you shall do. Then I tell you that you are all God's. They won't teach you that because if you knew you were God within, you wouldn't be chucking out your money at church. It's a control issue. Be who you're supposed to be, the Christ within. Recognize that right now because you got that potent energy coming in and you will transform. It will transform your life, knowing who you are. Doubting who you are, okay, will keep you in darkness. I don't doubt that. You?
No, but this is a good time for the brightness to come.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, enlightenment, tremendous enlightenment. Don't be surprised if all of a sudden a light goes on
You
in your
start
head
to receive
of an
downloads
idea.
and you don't even know what's happening
Yep.
to you.
Yep.
All of a
yep.
sudden, you just seem to know things.
Yeah. I mean, remember I had put up the Lionsgate post on my Facebook page, and a friend of ours that we both know, I had mentioned, she had mentioned that every year for the past few years with the Lionsgate, more and more transformation for betterment in her life has occurred. And that's really what it is. So see,
Well,
there's
her
no reason to be
spirituality has
scared.
grown, in leaps and bounds.
Yes.
I know a lot of people like that. Richie used to come on the old show. He was like real green when I first met him, just figuring out who he is and what he is. And now he is like terrific. He's just absolutely terrific. Same thing with the energy of like a Roland. He's got a soft, gentle energy. He's a big teddy bear, but he's got this really soft, tender energy that really
That's what I
embraces
love
you.
about him.
That's what I love about him too. You know?
That's what I love about Roland
Plus, he
is
laughs at my
his
jokes, so
energy.
I had to keep an audience.
Making you feel good. No, you're funny and you know it. No, I laugh at your jokes. Didn't you have me just laughing before we started rolling? I mean, rolling the cameras. You had me laughing like anything before. Okay, it was
When we do
very
shows,
funny man.
when
He
we
really
do-
is. Should have been a comedian.
a
comedian, a
what
singer.
What happens with me is I'm extremely quick-witted. So I see and hear the joke before I even say it. You know, and it depends
Yeah.
on which one of the funny guy, what's his name there?
Oh,
Edgar Bergen is one of my guides. Okay, and he used to be.
Do people? Maybe people don't.
No,
know
he
who
used.
he
Listen,
is.
he
You
used
need
to be
tell
very
them.
puritanical because he had to be that way back in the 20s and 30s.
So
But back
far
then,
he's
people
going
had
back.
morality.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to do that. And you got to hear some of the things he says to me, and I'm like, I can't tell her that. What are you, crazy?
I hope he doesn't. Well, I hope not me. I hope he
No.
isn't talking about me.
No.
Okay.
No.
But the thing is, like, in reference to Michael, look at the strength that Michael can bring. I mean, that's what he's all about. And then he's so much more powerful
brings you
at
that-
this
yeah.
time.
He brings you that strength, okay? He brings you that strength to fulfilling you with confidence in who you are and how to go forward and face your fear dragons boldly in Christ and move towards your goal. And everything negative around you falls away.
That's one of the statues
That's
we
the
sell
statue
at
of Michael right
Spiritual
there.
Journey too. Yeah, that's the large size one. We have 3 different sizes. The thing is too, you have to make of this what you will. Nobody can just wave a magic wand and say, okay, now everything is all done for you. You know, people look for that all the time, but it takes effort on your part too.
That's true.
And faith. Faith. Very important.
Remember, like if you're in a library or something, or you're at Barnes or Nobles or someplace like that, and a metaphysical book catches your eye. That usually means that there's something in that book that you need to read. You can read the whole book 10 times, but there's going to be several things that are going to stick to you and that you will do, and it will become part of who you are. That's part of your first steps, your baby steps learning, like a little baby learning how to walk. But soon, the teachers are placed before you to bring you on your walk. This is the perfect time to start taking a walk in who you really are, a son or daughter of God. Why would you do it?
Yes. So, and meditation and prayer are extremely important. Okay, connecting with Jesus, with the ascended masters, with the angels, asking for their help. They really look forward to that. But also, maybe you enlist the crystals in order to bring that energy for you, such as like this beautiful amethyst crystal that we have here on the desk. This, when you're working with Zadkiel, or really any of the angels, or working with the Lionsgate energy, because amethyst increases any spiritual, any spiritual energies. The other thing is too, I had given Kenny some pictures. If you could, Kenny, if you could put them up. Yeah, these are just some of the necklaces that we sell. People hear me talk about Larimar all the time, right? You and I talk about it. Okay, but I could tell you, actually, Angie made me a little list to say what these are. This is just a sampling of what's in Spiritual Journey in Waretown, New Jersey.
Come visit us. We'd love to see you there. If you're going, I'll tell you right now, most people, they go down, they either go to Cape May or they go to LBI. If you're going to LBI, instead of going right, go left, go to 9, make a turn, we're right there.
Or some people go to Seaside and then
Seaside
they come and see
too, but
me.
you're not far away.
Because Seaside is only, 14 miles away.
That's all.
Okay, so anyway, if you could make that a little larger, Ken, thank you. So from left to right, The first one is lapis lazuli. The next one is turquoise, peridot, and lapis. And then the third one, Larimar and peridot. Then there's a round Larimar, an oval Larimar, and that beautiful blue stone. I'm thinking that might be topaz.
It looks like a blue topaz.
Yeah, doesn't it? And Larimar and an aqua stone, which I'm not really. Angie wasn't sure which
the
stone
pink
that
one?
was.
You're talking about the pink one?
No, the one on the left to that. And then there's Larimar and pink kunzite.
Kunzite.
The kunzite. That's kunzite. What? That's kunzite. It is.
No, I'm not looking at that one. I'm
And then
looking
Larimar and peridot, the last one. That last one is perfect for anyone born in the month of August because that's the birthstone. And then we have another tray. Okay, we have 3 trays that I gave him. So the first one is citrine, and that's raw citrine, unpolished. The next one is pink chalcedony and pearl. It's really beautiful in person. It just glitters. Then the next one is chevron, amethyst, and garnet. Then we have a mother of pearl, teardrop, and Russian chariot, and then Laguna lace agate. These are very unusual, and you see some of these settings, like you just don't normally see
that many
pieces
settings
of
like
jewelry like this. You just don't, the way they're designed.
That, no. These are one of a kind.
They really are.
They are one of a kind.
And
you pick something that vibrates to your vibration, to you, what you see with your eyes, and what you would really like to have and that you like.
What
all right?
calls your name? Crystals
exactly.
call your name.
That's how I do it. If I walk into a place, I look at a bunch of bracelets because I don't care where to be invented. If I see something I like, I buy it.
And they're all set in silver. And the last 2 there, if you look at them, you could see from the side there. I mean, that has a very deep setting. Isn't that beautiful?
The one right there looks like it has a being in it, like an angel is in it.
Which one, Tommy?
Right there, the second from the end.
That's what I thought you were
Yeah.
saying. It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that one over there looks like it's like orangey looking, okay? And it looks like there might be a face in there. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, people, find all kinds of things. One more tray we have to show you guys. I hope we're not, okay, but see how pretty these are? Okay, so the first one is actually, it's moonstone, but the camera, the way that it looks a little blue, but it's actually very white. Okay, moonstone is round, and then the moonstone teardrop. I love that one. Then labradorite. Labradorite is a very psychic stone, very psychic, and that's in a heart.
Chris was talking about labradorite.
Oh, yeah. Blue azurite is the next one, and topaz dual heart. See the 2 hearts? Isn't that cute? And then, of course, we have the pink and pearl angel heart, and then the 5 amethyst gemstone. Isn't that unusual? Remember, I had showed you that when it first came in.
Yeah.
Isn't that unusual?
It's like an amulet.
It is. Yeah. I had a lot of people trying to figure out exactly what that was.
It looks to me from the depiction of it
Like a cross, but then
it's a cross, but it's more along the lines of sacred geometry.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we all came to the conclusion of. Thanks, Ken. And then look at that blue topaz heart. Oh my
Are we on the
God.
Titanic again?
Huh?
Was it the thing from the Titanic?
That's what I was telling Angie. I said, look at that. It reminds me of the Titanic. Tell me that isn't gorgeous.
Yeah, it is.
I love that. And then the turquoise butterfly. And this is only a sampling. We have other butterflies, other hearts, other kinds of stones. We have a lot of jewelry. And, there was one more picture I gave Kenny just to show those new bracelets we got in.
Yeah. These,
look at them. Go ahead, you talk about them.
These, they're just beautiful. They
Aren't they?
I mean, look at the charms that are on it. They're high quality. All right, there's nothing here made in someplace else.
Different sizes.
And yes.
Yes, people love them
The little
with the
angel
little
bracelets.
angels.
Yeah.
There's some. There's one.
I
with
like the one with
cross,
the Blessed Mother on
the
it.
Blessed Mother.
Yeah.
That's the one that I
Yeah.
love too. Actually, you gave our friend Kirsten one with the and she wears it every day. She wears it every day with the Blessed Mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, aren't they pretty?
See,
But-
the one that vibrates to me from here,
Yeah.
can you just make that a little bigger? Right there.
You're pointing
The violet one.
the violet one. I knew that. Yeah, me too.
Violet one.
I
that,
love
that
it.
one there is just,
I just
it's,
love
it's
it.
talking to me.
I just love it.
Yeah.
I just love it. You know, but we have different sizes. And the other thing is that it isn't just these bracelets that we have. These are really, really beautiful. We have some other very unusual angel bracelets
Yes, we do.
that we've been running low on stock with them because people really
People buy
like to
them
buy
up,
them
yeah.
up, you know. And they are the Archangel angel bracelets. They have a charm and the actual stones that correspond to your guardian angel. See, when people come and see me for a reading, one of the things that I also tell them, and it's of no extra charge, it's included in the reading when I do a metaphysical, a medium reading, an astrological reading. It's a combination of all of that, right? They like to connect with their loved ones that have passed, but also with their angels. And there's something that the angels, this was, oh my goodness, it was like in the late 80s, early 90s, that the angels, they were downloading me with so much information at that period of time in my life. And there's a formula and a process that I go through, and it's like an instantaneous place that I go. And the combination of astrology and the combination of mysticism to tell you the name of your guardian angel. Remember, I told you the name of your guardian angel, Archangel Zadkiel. Tell me I wasn't right on.
Oh, you're
and
right on.
I didn't even really know you very well at that time. I didn't know how much you loved the color violet, all the violets and everything, but that's Tommy's is Archangel Zadkiel. And so one of the things people lots of times they like to buy the bracelet after I tell them the name of their guardian angel, the guardian angel bracelet that corresponds with their particular angel, whether it be Raphael, Gabriel, whatever.
Yeah.
But what I also do, if they want to, is create a chart for them, an angel chart. This is just a sample. Okay, this is a framed one. And what it does is it just tells you the name of your guardian angel and your soul's purpose, because you were assigned a particular guardian angel in this lifetime in order to fulfill your soul's purpose. And your guardian angel, you're the extension of that angel and fulfilling all those karmic qualities which are listed there. And your and the chakra, that is your main chakra, associated in your body that needs to many times be enhanced. And also your lucky color, your lucky gemstones. And these are beautiful gifts people buy. Lots of times people buy these, Tommy, when somebody has a baby. You know what I mean? Or they buy them for loved ones. It's just nice.
That's from the beginning of their lives, baby's life. Life is charted.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So, so that's why, Tommy and I, we're angel people. Big time angel people. And that's why we do this podcast. And
That's why we have a store.
that's why we have a
That's
store
why we
that
have a
sells
TV show
angels.
now.
Huh? And it's our spiritual journey. You know. Go ahead.
You can see us on here locally, Channel 79 on Spectrum TV, or you can see us on FiOS Channel 35 every Friday night at 9:30. We do the show once a month on the third Friday of the month. We record. If you have any kind of interest, if you're in the tri-state area, you can buy. Let us know. We will put you on a guest list, and you can come in and watch the show live.
Yeah, be in the audience,
you can be
right?
in the audience.
We have a lot of fun.
And we do have a lot of fun.
We have a lot of fun.
If you see the interactions between us and the guests that we have,
Yeah.
and
It's a panel.
it's like a family.
Yeah.
And
It isn't just Tommy and I.
No.
It's also, other guests that we have, usually like 2 or 3, right?
Yeah.
And
Not this time.
sometimes the audience participates too.
Yeah.
No, not this time. Oh,
Kenny
5
says we
minutes.
have this many.
Well, we have to talk about Joanne coming on the Spiritual Journey
I'll
TV show.
I'll talk about Joanne.
Okay, so Spiritual Journey TV is the name of the show. And anyway, we're going to have Joanne Reinhardt. She's a wonderful Reiki master teacher and who has been a student of mine for many years. And but she plays the crystal bowls. She's going to bring them all in and do a live demonstration. Plus, we're going to put it on
I would recommend,
the TV show.
I would recommend to you if you have what do they call them, DVRs or something like that?
DVR, yeah, DVR.
If you have a DVR on your cable box or whatever it is, record that show.
Yeah.
The reason why is because these things are healing. And anytime you feel like I have Steve DeGennaro. He has the show that we had Mother Theo Rose on, who did this type of thing. And I'm telling you, she came in between the sets. I wasn't feeling so good. She did it.
Oh, I love it.
And I was resonating. I couldn't
love
believe how I felt after that. I would recommend you to DVR. I was going to say DNR before. Imagine that. DVR.
And it's the 3rd Friday of this month,
Of August.
every month, that we do the show at the studio, that if you contact Tommy, he can put you on the list and you can come and join the audience and you could come, live. And we get to meet you and talk to you, and you can meet Joanne and other spiritual people. We're all metaphysical people there.
You got questions or anything like
Yeah.
that? We'll answer your questions.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And, now, so that is the 3rd Friday of August, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Right in the power of this Lionsgate.
yeah. So it's powerful. And that was also one of the reasons why I was hoping Joanne would be able to come and be a guest, to bring all her bowls. And as Tommy was saying, each bowl has a different energy to it for each different chakra. So if you're having a problem with your stomach, if you're having a problem with your heart, and not just physically, but emotionally, whatever. The other thing is, on August the 8th, the date of the Lionsgate, in Spiritual Journey, the store at 465 Route 9, Waretown. We are in Waretown, New Jersey. It's exit 69 on the Parkway. We're having a Reiki healing circle for the portal. And there's only really like a couple of seats left because pretty much people have been signing up already
Yeah, of
for
course,
that.
of course.
Yeah. And so that's going to be great too. So we got a lot of things coming up.
These are important dates. Write them down. If you would like to come there, make sure you call the office. You'll speak to Angie, and Angie will fit you in if we still have seating available.
Which, let me tell them the number.
Oh,
Okay,
Well-
609-242-3900. 609-242-3900. Yeah. What else do you want to say? Because we're going to
we have 2 minutes to go. So all I would tell you is this, is that take advantage of this particular time, okay? Mend fences. Don't take that energy into the next year. Bless everyone as God blesses you, okay? To bless is to be blessed, all right? Love everyone. If they hurt you, it doesn't matter. Send them the love. Send them divine Christ love. And in this time that we are at now, that energy will be multiplied.
returned to
And
you.
not only that, those who bless are blessed.
Yes.
Okay? And don't look for something in return, because that's not what God wants you to do. God wants you to be the happy giver of a blessing, the happy giver of your love, a happy giver of your time. All right? Remember the prime directive. And the prime directive is love everyone as God loves you, and to be of service to your fellow man. And we'll leave it at that, because we are at 1 minute.
Whatever you give out there, it always spreads all that. It multiplies. And this way also it does come back to you. But that isn't why you're doing it. No. Of course not. So Can we send beautiful,
Send love.
healing,
Yeah.
loving blessings? Okay? Many, many, many bright blessings. Utilize this time for your good, for your transformation.
That's right.
God bless you.
Transmutation.
And you can watch all our shows on YouTube also. Spiritual Journey TV, Spiritual Journey Podcast. Yeah, you can watch them on
Apple
YouTube
TV is
also.
on there.
Yeah, this podcast is on Spotify. It's on all the
iHeart.
podcast. Yeah,
It's on iHeart, right, Kenny?
it's all the podcast networks. Yeah. So thank you so much for viewing in. We'll see you next
We'll see you
month.
next time. And until then, stay healthy. I hope you get everything that you want out of this life. And we send you many Christ blessings.
God bless.
And so it is.
Good night.